We're back. We're memeing. Back in the saddle. Thank you to other Brian from We Are Libertarians for stepping in last week, Cody.
I can't even find the screen for the stream. I know I can hear it in my ears, but I clicked on a window and now I can't find the StreamYard.
Technology 1, John Odermatt 0.
So much stuff open. This is insane.
Well,
I will find it. I will get there.
I have full faith in you. We can see you though. It's fine. It's actually better. It's actually better this way. So there's obviously some breaking news we got to talk about here, which is that RFK Jr. Bombshell has announced that I don't know. Can he even say announced? Because it was leaked by his campaign staffer, right?
Yeah. Before I step on what you say, just say it.
Yeah, well, say it's leaked by his campaign staffer. That
Wait. Oh no, just go ahead.
Find your window? You find your window yet?
He's making fun of me.
So he's announced through a campaign staffer, leaked it that like on October 9th, he's going to run as an independent. Now we don't know yet what it's going to be. And as the communications director for the LP, I can't really say anything other than he's met with our chair. They have had conversations. They've had ongoing conversations. That's all I can say. So this is quite the fucking bombshell, though. And as we were joking about earlier, Rico, you want to share your joke in the email?
I just said his life insurance carrier is going to cancel that policy ASAP. There's no way the powers that be will let him run a campaign that would definitely hurt Joe Biden way more than Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what? I don't know about that.
I knew Odie would be a contrarian.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it. Just think about it logically. Use your brains, people. So, what kinds of people are attracted to Kennedy? It's people who are on the extremes of both sides, who are against lockdowns, vaccines.
I think that it's not the extremes. The people in the extremes are attracted to the Trumps and the Bidens. Odie. The people in the middle are RFK.
Yeah, I completely.
I consider myself an extremist.
Well, I don't know. Your haircut hasn't been extreme from the moment I met you. It's been the exact same.
Yeah, well, the mustache is extreme. That's as extreme as I get. But no, I know. I mean, I guess to say it in a different way,
maybe in the exact opposite way.
The types of people who are attracted to him, some of them might actually be Trump supporters. I mean, there's a lot of people on the right who like RFK. Yeah. And Trump keeps walking around saying how great his vaccine was and how he should get more credit for his COVID response. He's going to lose people too to RFK. He definitely will.
Once he appeared with Lindsey Graham, I'm like, I will never support a candidate who has that guy has any influence in. No, you're done. So unless he completely renounces the Lindsey Grahams of the world, then he can go fuck himself too.
Right, and Trump, obviously had his track record of bringing people in the Boltons of the world, the Nikki Haley's of the world is not great. So, yeah, I mean, he may pull from Trump, especially the people that are pissed off about the lockdown stuff. This is where DeSantis has been so stupid. DeSantis has been awful campaigning. Awful.
I thought he did better. Did you guys watch the debate?
Yeah, I read the transcript. He didn't get a chance to talk for like the first 15 minutes.
Oh, my God. You guys should do debate recaps again because that was fucking ridiculous.
Well, they keep doing it. They keep doing these fucking debates on Wednesday, which is like the day after I do my show. So now it's a full week until I talk about it. By that point, I'm like, what's the point? But yeah, I read the whole transcript about it. And yeah, it's like he didn't get a lot of chance to talk. And I don't want to do a whole debate recap here. We can do a little bit, but he did better. He's still like, they didn't really talk about COVID during the fucking debate. How do you not talk about COVID? They're rolling out masking
because this is a conspiracy, but I think Fox News is now completely controlled opposition and basically a leftist news network. One of the moderators was from Univision, complete leftist. Like if you look at her questions, they were so loaded from a leftist slant, it was ridiculous. Then they keep having Gavin Newsom on. What the fuck is going on with that? That is crazy.
Constantly.
Like they keep giving him a forum.
Well, Newsom and Trump are like, I mean, Newsom is, his ex-wife is married to Donald Trump Jr. So they're like buddy. Newsom compliments Trump all the time, which how the fuck do you stay in office complimenting Trump in LA or in California, it blows my mind.
Once you're
And
elected
Trump-
there as a Democrat, you're there for life. So it doesn't.
Yeah, that's true.
See
Is
Dianne Feinstein.
They just don't hear that part of what he says. It just
yeah. Well, sorry, I called this and die because Dianne Feinstein has passed away.
Yeah. So I mean, I
Well,
think
instead of hold on, wait, one more joke. Rest in peace, Dianne Feinstein. More like died Ann Feinstein.
Bye.
So
bye. Fucking burn in hell. Yeah, so it's really weird whatever happening with Newsom. I think
he's gonna be president in 2028.
Yeah.
He'll be president.
He's gonna be president in 2024.
No, he's not.
Yes,
maybe.
Yes, he is.
No, not if RFK runs independent, baby.
RFK is not winning. I hope he does. I'll vote for him over anyone else they have.
I thought legitimately the LP has a shot. I think if he runs LP, which would be the smartest thing for him to do by leaps and bounds, he has a legitimate shot. A legitimate shot.
Let's talk about that because he could try to run LP and not get the nomination pretty easily.
That would be the biggest that'd be the biggest self fuck the LP could ever do. I mean, I don't.
Well, I mean, have you met the people who comprise the Libertarian Party? Have you met all of them?
Unfortunately, not all of them. Enough.
10 out of the 12.
So what they're going to do is they're going to hold it up and say, well, you're not a libertarian here. You're not letting everyone, come in armed into your rallies. So you don't align fully with libertarian philosophy there.
That's what Kennedys need, more guns in the crowd at their rallies. That's something. It's common sense.
No, and I mean he said a whole bunch of things in the past that are definitely not libertarian, and he's said recent things that are not libertarian.
Well, he has changed his perspective on a lot of things. And here's the thing: unlike a Bill Weld coming in, who is just a neocon through and through, Kennedy's evolved on a lot of positions. Is he perfect on everything? No, but even the shit we don't like him on, like climate change, he's now said his solution is privatization. The government should not be involved. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. It's not the solution. So it's like the things that you'd hit him on for being the worst on, he's evolved on most of those positions. And frankly, if libertarians have a legitimate shot of getting a candidate out there who is aligned with them on most, like 75%, and legitimately aligned, not just lip service aligned, you would be a fucking psychopath not to take it and run with it, if only for getting the amount of population to realize that voting a third party is possible, and ideologically to pull people back towards the center, essentially, from the fucking crazy Trump cult and the crazy Biden cult.
And to the crazy anti-vax cult. That's where we need them. We need them.
The sane anti-vax cult. It's it's funny. There was a story written, and it was a great story about the conservatorship we did. We put out this conservatorship we're trying to get for Joe Biden and McConnell, and a writer for, God, I'm blanking on which publication it was. It wasn't Newsweek, but he wrote a publication for a British
Newsmax,
Spectator. I think it was Spectator. And he basically was like, well, the Libertarian Party is coming across as refreshingly sane. And we immediately made it into a t-shirt because that's what it is. Refreshingly sane. The only party talking any modicum of sense is Libertarian Party right now.
I think he's really good on most of the most important things. Yeah, I think he's really good on.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, Ukraine war, he wants to, get us out of that. CBDC, he's fantastic on that. And, the COVID regime, he's amazing on that.
Deep state.
Free speech,
Free
government
speech.
control.
Yep. Censorship apparatus. Let's not forget, he's a lefty, an old school lefty. So when it comes to legalization of marijuana on a federal level, I'm sure he's probably for that. Let's talk about how he's also in favor of ending the military industrial complex and entering the regime, closing down bases overseas. I mean, we're aligned on almost I said 75%. It's probably higher.
Plus, he's willing to change his mind, as he's shown in the past. He's willing to have conversations with people. The guy has a podcast you can listen to where he has people on from the left, right, center, and talks to him, and he lets them talk, and he asks them questions. I mean, he's an actual, not that he's like some perfect individual I'm trying to like hold up. I mean, he's made plenty of mistakes in his life, but he's actually willing to learn, which is unique for a politician.
Yeah, exactly. And he's married to Cheryl Hines, Larry David's wife. So that's fun.
Ex-wife on the show.
Excellent. Yeah.
Larry David moves into the White House. Oh man.
Oh, it'd be great. Oh, it'd be so great. But no, this is exciting, man. And like, it's been a busy day for me. Obviously, this news broke about a couple hours ago, and my phone's been blowing up with CNN and ABC News and New York Times, and Angela's doing some interviews. And
fake news. Click.
No, it's an exciting time, and like I said, I'm looking forward to, like many people, seeing where the conversation's going, what he's going to do. So,
I think the Libertarian Party will blow it somehow. As a person with no knowledge of it whatsoever, they'll just be like, "No, we have our principles."
Yeah,
you'll have those people. And we want to run a candidate no one's ever heard of, and 0.01% will vote for. That's our strategy.
I would be curious to see if RFK Jr. did say he was running LP. I think immediately you're going to see half the Libertarian field just drop out anyway. The people I think are
no, you won't, because they want attention. The reason they're doing it is for attention, and they have a better chance of getting attention. Yes.
Half yes, but dude, it involves a lot of fundraising to fly all over to different conventions and really run effectively. It still costs a lot of money. You got to fundraise even within the Libertarian Party to do these things. Yeah. And if RFK Jr. is in there, good luck. You're going to lose a lot of your fundraising base to even go to try to do it. It's going to be an online only campaign. And I don't
know how he's going to fundraise though, because
I will donor base. If he runs LP, I'll send him $100 tomorrow.
Well, that's what he's going to have to. He's going to have everyone send him $100, like in the whole fucking country, because he's not going to get any big donors. You could see who they're already pushing to be
creatine powder
to Trump. Like they're like, oh, Nikki Haley. That's who they're.
I mean,
pushing.
he raised a bunch of money out in California recently. Who the heck was? Who put on a concert for him? Who the hell was that?
Roger Waters.
Come on, you're connected, Brian. You're in those circles out there. There was some
fucking Google
concert and a dinner and
California concert,
plate dinner.
RFK
candy flip.
Candy flip. That's who it was.
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton. Yeah.
Look, Eric Clapton. Drug legalization, cocaine. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
For him.
And that's what RFK walked out to before his speech. That's great.
Fired up today.
He's flexing his pecs for the audience like fucking Terry Crews. That'd be awesome. No, I mean, there's gonna be so much excitement. Like the mainstream media is gonna freak the fuck out about this, which also leads into, right? Remember Donald Trump the first time around, it's kind of like Ron Paul too, and Bernie. If you have a candidate that's actually out there, RFK is now the choice du jour of the anti-establishment, right?
That's what I was saying at the top of the show.
That's not extreme.
He's the extreme candidate. Extreme.
The anti-establishment is not the extreme people in the country.
Yeah.
Extreme people in the country are.
According to the mainstream, we are.
The mainstream isn't the mainstream.
Yeah.
The mainstream is the extreme.
I can't keep track of all these streams.
To say like CNN is the mainstream is completely losing the big picture. No one watches them. They have kind of the name recognition. They have no influence.
Yeah. But you're going to see, well, what influence they have is definitely going to be aimed at RFK Jr. and denouncing him. Because you saw as soon as he got any traction, they started denouncing him. And even before this, articles were coming out from Hillary Clinton, saying that, this is a big danger because they're terrified that he's going to pull from Biden. But I do agree. I think it will pull from both sides, but I think more from Biden personally.
Because I think people only voted for Biden is because they didn't want to vote for Trump.
Yeah.
So
But are they scared that Trump will still win if they don't vote for RFK? Because that's what the media is going to say.
Well, the part that no one's talking about, which really I think is a real factor, is yes, he has the Kennedy last name, but not only that Kennedy last name reminds the older generation, the boomers, of their younger years when they were supporting, John F. Kennedy or Bobby Kennedy Sr. And it reminds them when they were young and beautiful and felt good in life, and they want to relive that. So they want to vote for him again.
Well, I want to vote for Bill Clinton then, because 1998 was prime RICO year.
That was the peak.
That was a good time. That was a good year for all of us. I could actually see the boomers being very enamored with the Kennedy name, but I also just think it comes around to the mainstream attacks that'll come at him are only going to help to fuel the popularity, similar to a Donald Trump, where Trump is fueled by attacks, with people throwing him all this crap, there will be a cult built behind RFK Jr. if he runs libertarian. And all the mainstream media attacks are just going to push more people his way because they're like, look, they're trying to shut him up. They're trying to take him out. This is our guy. He's telling the truth. And a lot of the shit he says, people can empirically look around and be like, yeah, he's right. Ukraine war, COVID regime, censorship, deep state. Like, it's easy for people to see the reality there.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope he does. I know it's been rumored for a while, and the Democrats are just trying to fuck him. So why wouldn't he?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
the rules that they're making, such a corrupt fucking system. Everything, it's unbelievable.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the DNC right now, just to see them freaking out. Because I mean, they've got to be
see
losing it
coming, right? I mean, he's hinted
I'm
at
sure
it
they
for
did.
months.
Everybody,
what alternative?
Away. Stop snorting adrenochrome. We've got a crisis.
What can they do short of just killing Joe Biden right now? I mean, that's basically like they can't. There's no play. Like, or you say he's diagnosed with some disease and can't run. Like, he's not going to do that on his own. They have to find some way to get him out.
They can have him impeached, but they're not covering it, which is also crazy. If they wanted an out from Joe Biden, they could have the mainstream media cover it. But there's like a media blackout, except for Fox News, about the impeachment, which is like there's really a lot of evidence against them.
Yeah,
so in any sane world, 10 years ago, he would be impeached immediately and convicted. Like, he's corrupt beyond belief. There's bank transactions to prove it. It's just not even disputable, but they won't cover it. So it's such a fucked up thing where they need to get him out, but they're also covering for him at every step.
Well, I think that's the canary in the coal. To your point, Rico, I think that's the canary in the coal mine. And I had said this earlier about the Hunter coverage, where they, first time they tried to black out the coverage, and now they covered it. And I think that if the media starts to pivot on this and say, well, it's really looking like the walls are closing in, the famous line.
But they have to pivot sooner or later. I think they really need to pivot.
If RFK announces, especially for LP, I think you're going to see that, like, watch that switch flip. Because they're going to find a reason. Because you said, you're exactly right. Joe Biden now becomes a massive liability. They need to have somebody that's going to excite
But
people.
then they also have another problem is, what do? Do they have Kamala run? Because if she gets passed over for Gavin Newsom, she's going to freak out. And they're going to run another white male. Come on, their whole thing is identity politics.
I figured out a solution for them. What they do. Have you seen the movie The Fly?
Yes.
So you get to teleportation pods. Odie's never seen the movie The Fly.
Of course not.
It's coming soon to Odie household. It's like going to be a new release.
One of the most famous sci-fi movies of all time. Anyway, well, there's the Fly movie. It's off a Twilight Zone episode. There's transportation, right? And it's Jeff Goldblum. He's working on transporters. You can send objects from one to the other.
I'll watch it if Jeff Goldblum's in it.
Oh, it's my favorite actors. It's great. He pukes on a donut. Wonderful. Breaks a guy's arm. So there's 2 teleportation pods, and you can warp from one to the other. So he gets in, and he tests it, and it works, right? So he tries it out again, and a fly gets in at the same time, and it warps him into the other pod, but it brings their DNA together and merges them. That's what the Democrats need to do. They need to put Kamala and Gavin into a teleportation pod, allow their DNA to merge, and then you've got yourself the candidate.
All right. Well, we'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
I think the odds are great.
What would their celebrity fly nickname be? Gruesome?
Gruesome Newsom.
Gavin Newsom and Kamala? Clusum? A gruesome Clusum?
Something we have to spitball.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think
we're not knocking that out of the park.
I think you had a good point somewhere in there with, if RFK does announce independent, which he's going to, so whenever that happens, then he's out of the Democratic primary. So at that point, it does kind of open up to, okay, now we don't have to worry about RFK winning the primary. That might be the key that would, make them finally, have the walls closed in on Brian Biden.
The problem for that, though, is people are obviously running the show behind the scenes. And those people who are running the show are not going to get to run the show if Gavin Newsom's president. So they're going to try to do everything they can to keep Biden in power. That's what. So it's whoever has connection. And who is it? Is it like Jake?
Obama's
Sullivan?
not going to. Obama's not going to puppet Newsom around.
I don't think it's even Obama. I think it's Obama's the people in his, and probably Obama too. But
don't forget that Gavin Newsom is a child of utter nepotism. He's related to Nancy Pelosi, or was by marriage. So he's already in that whole bullshit circle, man. I guarantee you he's part of the process of controlling Joe Biden right now. So that'll be a seamless transition.
More influence than others. And I think people, like, once you get into the White House, I'm assuming you're not going to, like, a person like Gavin Newsom is not going to listen and just be like, oh, whatever you say, Susan Rice or Barack Obama. No, I'm the fucking president. I'm going to do what I want. They don't have to worry about that with Joe Biden.
It would be kind
Joe
of,
Biden's
it would be
like,
kind of funny. I'd
whatever,
like that.
Whatever you say, I'll give that speech. Just keep, giving me the money and the fucking Adderall and wheel me around.
Changing my diaper.
Garbage human being.
Terrible.
But
well, speaking of, and we'll do a real quick minute on this, and then we'll get into the memes. But Dianne Feinstein, gone, said she's finally dead. She may have been dead earlier. I don't know. But I still can't believe a 90 years old in office. Just looking at the physical appearance of her was depressing and disturbing to any person with a fucking intellect. And wow, does it show you how fucked up people are and how this older generation just refuses to cede power.
Didn't she just vote yesterday?
Yeah, somehow. Weird. It's like when Snowball the cat voted. Lisa's dead cat.
Yeah, it shows you what kind of power that they have, that they're not going to let go. Like, this is not an altruistic profession. Oh, I'm just doing it to help the country. No. If you did that, you'd be like, all right, well, I did my time. I'm 65. I'm going to bow out gracefully. No, they are clenching that power to their last dying breath. And it's true with all these pieces of crap.
Yep.
I have some good news, though. Some good news to share with the first meme. So the good news is that even though she's dead, her death is not expected to affect her re-election campaign. So things will continue on. And this is from the Babylon Bee, I believe, what I'm showing here.
That's great. That's great.
I'm sure
that's good.
Well, I'll share one in a similar vein. I thought you were going to go with this one, but it's from LP New Hampshire, which is, can you see that? It's death pulling again. Yeah, this is like an ongoing thing. It's a death pulling little crane machine, and he pulls out Dianne Feinstein. And he goes, "Fuck yeah!" There's that one. What's your next one, Odie? I only have two more, by the way. So I was busy. So
I got this one. It's it's a good one. Makes you wonder about how things work here. So all of a sudden, Hillary Clinton now is in the limelight, and this Clinton Foundation suddenly is reappearing to announce new partnerships to rebuild Ukraine. It's so convenient how they're always just there just to gobble up the money that's dumped out by the U.S. government. They did it in Haiti.
Wow, I didn't even hear about this. That is
fucking
unbelievable. Wow, unbelievable.
And BlackRock has a huge, they're going to make trillions off of it too. I think that I'm less concerned with the war now than I used to be, because I just think the U.S.'s goal is just to have everything in Ukraine completely leveled, however many people die, whatever, and then that's going to be the next slush fund, is that they're just going to send all the money to BlackRock and the Clinton Foundation, and they're going to rebuild Ukraine just like they rebuilt Haiti and all these other places that just got completely scammed.
Yep.
So that's the end game. They don't care.
Oh, of course. I've been making that point on my podcast too, saying like, you guys think that the money we're spending now is a lot? Just wait. Wait, because we're going to be on for no fucking reason. We're going to rebuild that entire nation for sure.
Did you hear so Tim Scott, I didn't realize, I had nothing against Tim Scott until I heard this. Last night during the debate, he said, like, they were talking about the Ukraine funding. I didn't see the whole exchange, but he says, well, just hold up a minute here. 90% of those funds are loans
Oh,
that we're
this
going
was
to get back.
hilarious.
Ridiculous.
Like, how stupid are you? Like, are you kidding me?
And Vivek is like, yeah, they're not paying that back. What are you talking about? I had never heard that before. To actually say that, either you're completely retarded or you're just the biggest liar ever. It was a jaw-dropping moment.
Insane. Did you catch Chris Christie's wrestling moment, by the way? The most ridiculous thing I've heard, where he like looked into the camera and he's like, Donald Trump.
Oh yeah.
This is a message for you. Walking it home. We're coming for you. It was literally straight out of the Vince McMahon WWE playbook. He's like, I'll see you April 4th at the Honda Center.
Do you see Trump tweeted out a picture of Chris Christie in a baseball uniform? You should pull it up. It is fucking crazy funny.
Well, you're pulling that up. I'll share.
So it's like Rico. Trump posts on True Social, and then there's an account. I think he has an official account that retweets his posts.
Oh, does he? What's it called?
Yeah,
Trump Truth.
Well, Chris Christie, like when he was doing that wrestling thing, looking into the camera, he had the worst nickname ever. He said, they're going to stop calling you. If you keep ducking these debates, they're going to stop calling you Donald Trump. They're going to call you Donald Duck.
Yeah, exactly. The stupidest line. I was like, who did he write that? Did somebody did a room of writers come up with that? And like, that's going to zing him. You got it.
Afterwards, he looked at people next to him. I just thought of that just now. Pretty good.
Donald Duck. See, I can't see this. It's like, I'm not finding this wonderful picture, Rico. Well, I'll share my meme in the meantime. As an Eagles fan, I was exceptionally annoyed by all this stupid tying in of Taylor Swift crap that's been going on, because Taylor Swift is dating Jason Kelce, the brother
Travis Kelce.
She's dating Travis Kelce, the brother of Jason Kelce. And is it annoying as shit that the two of them seem to be taking up all of my time. Now I've lost the window like fucking Odie. That's why.
Well, while you're doing that, I found it. It wasn't that hard. There's Chris Christie in a baseball uniform.
He actually looks thin there.
What?
He's got a front butt. Big time front butt.
Okay.
That was probably after the weight loss surgery that did not work for him at all. He's actually fatter now. But.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So here's the fucking meme. It is very funny because there was an awful commercial, if you saw it during football, of Travis Kelce just selling his soul to Pfizer and being the biggest tool ever, going in, getting his COVID booster and his flu shot, and looking in the mirror and be like, you should get your COVID booster.
Was that this year that he did that? Was that recently?
Yeah. Oh, it just came out. Just came out. Yeah, asshole. Talk about how to alienate your fucking base completely. He must have gotten a massive amount of money, obviously. So this meme came out, which is hilarious. Now that he's dating Taylor Swift, and there's many hilarious memes about Taylor Swift writing songs about him after they break up. But this is what do you call it? An overlapping
Venn diagram.
Thank you. Venn diagram. And it's got dating Taylor Swift on the left, endorsing COVID boosters by Pfizer on the right, and in the middle where they overlap, future heartbreak for Travis Kelce. So funny. Many people sent me this, so I thank you to whoever. Yeah, a bunch of people sent me.
That's great.
Very funny.
So I got a real headline here, I believe, from ABC News about the SEC and what they've been doing with their time instead of doing their job.
Yeah,
which
is great.
Which I don't have a problem with, really. Because the SEC, their workers are spending hours on porn sites instead of stopping fraud. So instead of fucking you, they're fucking themselves. And maybe that's not a bad thing.
I love it. It's awesome. I agree. I would rather them do that. Just like the IRS. Give the IRS. I think we should give the IRS Pornhub subscriptions. Keep them fuckers busy.
If you ever get audited, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Just to, show that I'm not mad that you're auditing me. Here's my subscription info.
Yeah, you go. Here's your segue. I use this as a business expense. I'm going to send you my log, and you can check it out just to see.
You can keep it.
That's for
year,
you.
2 years, whatever you want. So.
I made a secondary backup account. All right, last one. Odie, did you show this already? Pickleball instructor.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. Well,
I've definitely watched this though. It's awesome.
I love this. This video is hilarious because I fucking can't stand pickleball, and I can't stand how much people love pickleball as a tennis player.
I think it's kind of fun.
Well, you're not a tennis player, so there. All right, here's the video. This guy's
need to be bouncy.
It's a pickleball instructor.
To be honest with you, I have no idea why this sport exploded. These people have no idea how much of a scam this is. So what you're doing wrong is you're donking your dinks. When you're dinking, you can't be donking. You're donking your dink. I'm just making shit up at this point. Sometimes you go rogue, all right? So I call this a cycloning. This isn't even a real sport. It was invented for the elderly to improve their blood circulation. Now every 30-something with no stamina and bad knees is hitting me up to learn how to play. These people are too unathletic for tennis and too poor for golf. This is their only option. Dink it. You call that dinking? I am making so much money off of this. The key to pickleball is a good paddle. I'm selling these for $300 a piece. Who wants one? Yeah, I got really burned by crypto. This really saved me. You'd be surprised with what people believe when they're paying you $150 an hour. This is why they call it pickleball. Okay, ready? Pickle. There you go, right there. See how I did that? I'm a pickleball.
That's it. I just love it because pickleball is fucking stupid. Play a real fucking sport, you losers.
I wouldn't mind starting to play some pickleball, but the league at my rec center is all people over 70, and I just
you could dominate
someone over 70.
There are lines around at the courts around here. There's lines that are like an hour and a half long that people wait for.
Yeah,
and I know people who go at 5:30 in the morning. What?
You should turn your front yard into a pickleball court. Rent it out.
Not a bad idea.
Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah.
Or install sprinklers on the pickleball court that only you control. You just turn it on, drive them away, and then you can go play.
Yeah.
Or you can just not be a fucking douchebag and play a better sport.
I mean, I've only played like twice in my life, so it's fine.
I bet I could beat anybody at pickleball tomorrow. Oh, what do we? By the way, when's the race, Rico? When's the foot race?
For my 40?
Yeah.
I'm thinking next spring. I haven't trained yet.
Dude, you're gonna be a year older then. You need to do it now before your body it's more decrepit.
I have to start. Well, it's gonna get cold here, so I can't really sprint. I got like another 2 weeks. I probably need a good 3-4 months of training.
Not only the sprinting, you got to do the workouts in the gym for explosion and work on your dexterity.
So I'm not tearing my Achilles when I'm trying to.
You only need to run it once. If you can't tear your Achilles, then you do it right before winter. Then you just relax inside.
But I want to time myself to know how far away I am. Maybe I can do it now, and I don't even need training. I should probably.
I think I could do it right now.
I should probably go up to the field tomorrow and just.
All right, you guys go run this weekend, and you guys can report back on next week.
Odie'd have to shave his mustache before he does it because that thing.
It's too much drag.
10 seconds.
Odie, I'm convinced that Odie would be the slowest runner of probably anybody. He's too low.
My start is just slow. If I get a running start, I'm not bad. Once everything gets moving,
you don't get a running start for sprints.
What's the time you're going for?
It's like 5.47 or something. It's not even fast. The reason it came up was like some fat offensive lineman apparently ran it in the combine, and I'm like, oh, that's not that great. And then my friend's like, you can't do it. I'm like, well, but I can.
I don't know.
Here we're at.
I don't know if you can.
Here we're at.
I believe in you.
Here we are.
I could run sub 6. I'll guarantee that.
Well, that's not very fast. It's like a 15-second 100-meter dash or something like that. It's ridiculous.
All right. Goodbye. Good memeing.
See you later.